So guys, while not having a bike, I've been trying to keep myself busy. Bike's still on its way back to Australia, so I'm trying to get ready for that hot Australian summer that's going to be waiting for me when I get home. So I've been thinking jackets. I've got a nice solid leather jacket at the moment, but that's not so friendly in hot, humid Australia. It's okay when you're riding, but when you stop and get off and walk around, it really sucks. So I've been interested in the wax cotton jackets. So there's a few manufacturers out there who put out some awesome wax cotton jackets, and been looking into them, pretty keen. Come across one big problem with them all, and that's that they cost almost as much as leather jackets in most cases, and I'm a poor student, so that's just not going to happen for me. So what I did is I went to the local markets and picked up just this cotton workman uniform. It was €5, which I'll pop a little translation on the screen to what that works out in American bucks, but it's bloody cheap. So just super simple little cotton jacket, and I took that and made my own waxing treatment. So couldn't find all the recommended ingredients you find in the online tutorials, so I ended up mixing together candle wax and like Dubbin shoe polish stuff, the clear natural color. So you sort of go almost 10 parts wax, like little tea light wax candles, as to 1 part of your Dubbin polish. So that together, the idea of the wax is it makes you a bit water resistant, a bit wind resistant, but it still breathes really well. So the end product is this, which actually worked out quite nicely. So I even redid the logo on it to match my little custom bike blog that I'm putting together. So got quite a nice finish on that, and it does work. Tested it in the rain before it got too cold here, because it's just thin layer, and it stops the water, which is great. Now this lovely hazard yellow color you see in the inside was the next little step of it. So what's the point of a motorcycle jacket unless it can protect you? So I went online and ordered some force field pads for the elbows, the shoulder, the back, which I'm going to install into this jacket. But I also wanted to add a little bit of abrasion resistance, because your pads are for your impact. But inside the sleeves, starting at the shoulders and working all the way inside the sleeves, I've lined it with some Kevlar. So same sort of stuff that you see in Kevlar jeans. Actually really easy to get a hold of that stuff. You can go onto Amazon or eBay and find safety sleeves. So these things, which go over your arms. These ones were great because they're 2 layers. So I undid this stitching in the top, and it folds out to be this nice big long sheet. All I simply did to fit them inside the jacket was put a slit down one side, so that was the bit that was over the larger bit of the arm. And the brilliant bit of it is it still sits quite comfortably and firmly over the elbow inside the jacket. So by attaching the pad to that, means the pad's always going to be in the right position. So if I come off the bike, no matter what's going on with the jacket, I've got this thing firmly on my arm, and you know, I'm going to hit the ground, there's going to be a pad there to soften the blow for me, which will be great. I thought I'd also show you, I mean, to me, I like my safety gear, so I'm familiar with Kevlar jeans and why I'd spend heaps and heaps of cash on them. But for people who aren't so familiar with why Kevlar is useful for being on the bike, I mean, everyone's probably familiar with it as a bulletproof product. This fabric is definitely not bulletproof, but it's really, really bloody abrasion resistant. So what I thought I'd show you is I've got here just a finger off a leather glove and a knife, and really, I'll show you, not me. So really, you're not offered much resistance at all. So that just cuts right bloody through the leather, even if we've got a few layers. And that's what most jackets and stuff are made out of, and the reason the jackets are made out of leather is because it's, well, better than cotton. So to protect my cotton, I got this Kevlar, which although will break because it's thin layer, is, well, this one's holding up all right. It's very bloody resistant. So just for around town and stuff, a thin layer of Kevlar like this is great. I definitely want some of that gear in between my skin and the road if I go down, because I quite like my skin. It does a great job for keeping all my insides where they should be. Let me know what you think of my little project. Is it a good idea to make my own gear? It's better than nothing, and I certainly can't afford a several $100 jacket. Also the force field armor. I should have asked you guys before I went and ordered it what you think, if you've had any experience with the force field stuff. As far as what I know, it's the bee's knees. It's not as high tech as your D3O stuff, but it's very tried and true, and these guys have been making armor for ages, so to find some of that cheap online was nice, and hoping nice and low profile too, so I can have the jacket just as a casual sort of look without them looking like I'm in some sort of video game or something all bulked up with armor. But yeah, I'll show you the finished product once it's done. I sent the pads back to Australia, not to Italy, just because post is slow in Italy and I'd hate to leave before they arrive. So yeah.